Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What it do, baby? What it do? What's up, FTW fam? We come at you live moisturized. Shout out to your girl Bonafide. This is the Friday night fight or flight Smackdown review. Boss man, how you doing today? Tonight.
I can't complain, brother. Sitting here chilling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, without further ado, we can get into the show. We're going to excuse me. We're gonna say right now, Mr. Bird could not be here tonight. Is his anniversary. He could not make it. He said his lady ain't going for that, and I don't blame her. Shout out to Bird. Hope they have a happily anniversary night. Also, shout out to MTG Gaming. We got an update on him. He said he is safe and he's doing good. He's from Florida. We know they have this whole hurricane thing going on. So shout out to MTG. He's doing good and he is safe. Now, let's go ahead and get into the review. SmackDown tonight was kind of cool. It was low key a banger. It was a whole lot of segments that pretty much came off of the Bad Blood pay per view and it's gonna lead into some more stuff. And I'm very excited. The first segment that we had, first they reviewed Bad Blood. Second thing they did, they had Jimmy Uso come out. Jimmy Uso, as y'all know, I have been complaining and pissed for months about Jimmy not coming back. But we finally got Jimmy back, man. He came back in the Bad Blood pay-per-view and opened up tonight. He came out, he pretty much just talked about how he's glad to be back. Welcome to SmackDown and everything that happened at Bad Blood pretty much. He got interrupted by, of course, you know who, the OTC, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. So, Roman Reigns came out, and instead of telling him to acknowledge him, he told the crowd to acknowledge Jimmy. I thought they were cool. You know what I mean? Because Jimmy does deserve it, man. What's up, Floyd, man? What's up, Floyd? Always good to see you, buddy.
My storm, man. The storm is in the building.
Yes, sir. Storm. We good to see you, brother. But yeah, like we said, bro, Jimmy came back. He got interrupted by the tribal chief. Pretty much before the segment was ending, like I said, Roman acknowledged Jimmy. I'm pretty sure they're very thankful that he helped him and whatnot with everything in Bad Blood. But Jimmy did point out that, hey, we don't have a tribe right now. Right now, it's just me and you, and we need some help, pretty much. He's like, I can get somebody. You know I can go get. He's like, nah, no, you, pretty much. I'm pretty sure he's still technically they're supposed to still be upset with each other, Jay and Roman, after everything that went down and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna be upset with Jimmy too whenever Jimmy does confront him about coming to help. But in reality, they need help. He's talking about no yeet, but you know, there's nobody else gonna help him out. Boss man, do you think Jay's gonna eventually end up helping him out, or you think he's gonna keep on going on solo run and not join him?
I say he's gonna help him, but it's gonna be late. We're gonna have it late in the game. Like you know how usually we're gonna have, usually it like they had it maybe 1 or 2 weeks. Then they're gonna try to have it maybe 1 or 2 weeks. Then eventually he's like, okay, I'll come. I think this one's gonna be a little bit later to where if we gonna make it, it's gonna really make us feel like Jay wants to do his own things run, but he's still gonna go with his brother at the end of the day.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, that sounds pretty decent, man. It's probably the same with Sammy. Actually, I think Jay may help him at first, and then they're gonna see they're still outnumbered, and they're gonna have to go get Sammy. Or he's gonna try to get Jay. Jay gonna keep on saying no. Then he's gonna go to Sammy. Sammy might say yeah before Jay, and then Sammy may be the one that reel Jay back in. Pretty much, it's gonna be some type of scenario like that. So, however it go, man, I'm down with whatever it is, man. As long as we get this OG bloodline scenario still going, you know what I mean? So shout out to them, man. Shout out to the whole bloodline. Shout out to Sammy. Shout out to even the new bloodline, man. They all doing their thing. And a lot of stories are developing from this, and we're gonna get into the other stories a little later on tonight. So next thing we had on the card, man, we had the Carmelo versus LA Knight match for the United States Championship. And this was a pretty decent match. Carmelo, of course, he did his thing. We all know what LA Knight's gonna do as the champion. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, they did that thing, man. I was entertained by this match. I probably give about like a 3.5 out of 5. I don't think it's as entertaining as the Andrade matches, but it was still very entertaining. By the way, Andrade came out and sat at ringside for this match, so he was a viewer of this match and got to give us his pretty much kind of not interfering but distracting a little bit in this match. What's up, NTG? I didn't see you down there, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Rock. I'm doing good, boss man. How y'all both doing?
Okay, how you doing, brother? It's good to hear your voice. It's good to hear your voice, brother. Also,
Yeah,
gang, if y'all want to, it's good to hear your voice, brother. Also,
yes, sir.
gang, we are here at the Fight or Flight Friday night show. We have something new going on. Like I said, for all the sponsors, thank you for the guys that are taking your time out the day. We have paid sponsors, so we have to give our paid sponsors their time of day, guys. So y'all go ahead for 43 seconds. We'll give it time out our day to go ahead and check out our boy Daryl Austin, who is one of our sponsors with the music label Past Public. And here is our first sponsor of the day. Thank you guys once again.
Well, that was dope. That pretty dope, boss man. I like it. I like it. So, for everyone who is wondering, yes, the FTW podcast now are getting paid sponsors. If you want to be a paid sponsor and get a commercial and get a shout out on the shows, just hit up our FTW podcast inbox. We do have details that we can further send you. Just please get in contact with us and let us know. You can contact us directly too if that you got to do, and then we'll get a hold of the boss man if that you want to do. But yes, the prices are not too outrageous. Just let us know what you want to do, and we will work with you. Just like I said, hit up the FTW podcast or hit up one of us, and we will get that rolling for you. So, without further ado, we get back into the show. We see Boss Man done left us. He done clocked out. That should be no surprise. I'm sick of him. Anyways, MTG. This match with Carmelo and LA Knight. Like I said, I was really entertained by it. I gave about 3.5 out of 5. I think it wasn't as good as the Andrade matches, but it was still pretty entertaining. The LA Knight versus Carmelo. What do you think about this match?
Great match. I enjoyed it. And so far, LA Knight's US title run has been decent. He's been defending it. I know he hasn't been defending it on pay per views, but he has been defending it on Smackdowns a lot lately. And he's been having different opponents. So right now what they're doing with LA Knight's title run is pretty decent. I mean, so far they haven't gave him a big guy that he hasn't faced yet for the US title, which I think that should happen. Hey, have him fight Kevin Owens, who's a former US champion. That would elevate his status. And but of course that's not going to happen soon because Kevin Owens is about to get in a feud with Cody, which we'll get into later on in the show. And yeah, so I'm enjoying his title run so far. It's better than Logan Paul's. And I'm not a huge fan of Logan Paul as a person and as a wrestler. And so LA Knight, he's the man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Like I said, that was a really decent match. I was really entertained by. For y'all want to know the result of it? Ellen and I did win. Carmelo did give up a good fight, though. It was very entertaining. But Andrade did cause small distractions here and there in the match. So I think next week. I'm so sorry, y'all. I think next week we may get Carmelo versus Andrade for the match number 7. So
Hey,
whoever wins that match is supposed to get another U.S. title shot. I personally think I want a crown jewel. I just want to make a triple threat: Carmelo, Andrade, and LA Knight for the title. So I think that would actually be better. But we do need to see a match number 7 between these guys because they've been going back and forth. The series right now is tied. So y'all don't know, Carmelo Hayes is a basketball fan. He's his actual finishing move is called nothing but net. He used to play basketball, and so a lot of his moves that he named are after basketball. So in basketball, the NBA, you have 7-game series or whatnot that to determine the playoff winners to go to the next round or win the championship. So they did this rivalry just like you were doing basketball, 7 matches. So far, it's tied 3-3. I'm very entertained by this feud. I'm glad they threw LA Knight in it. I personally believe after this, they need to find LA Knight his own personal rivalry. Like every champion needs to have that one guy who is that's your biggest rival in this championship run. And I don't think they've identified that yet with LA Knight. Had they really identified with Logan Paul, I mean, it was like I think kind of it was like Kevin Owens to like a certain extent, but not fully. But
yeah.
Logan Paul was barely there, so that really didn't matter. But yeah, they haven't found a really big one opponent for him. I don't know who it should be. Maybe
I mean,
I just forgot his name, but the leader of Del Fantasma. You know what I'm talking about?
Escobar.
Yeah, Escobar. Maybe Escobar can be it, or to anybody that's back there not doing nothing. They can bring Omos in. Anybody. They didn't need to get. Say
It's just
again.
that LA Knight, he's already beaten Santos for the belt. Like he already, I think they gave Santos 2 title shots against LA Knight, and LA Knight beat him twice.
Yeah, I
Like,
think so. Maybe. Well, no, Aaron beat him once. I don't think he beat him twice for this title thing. But I mean, he can still be a rival. They can still be a rival until he actually drops the title. Maybe not to him, but still, he needs a rival. Period. I think every champion needs that one rival. Right now, Jay got Braun, who's going to be his ultimate rival right now. So you just gotta have it. So I don't know what's going to
oh,
be, but
I
go
know
ahead.
who, I know. I can think of somebody else too.
Who you think?
Well, right now it's the right time for Grayson Waller to turn on Austin Theory and try to make Grayson Waller the most the one of the best heels in the business because I think that guy has a future. And put
Hmm.
him in a long term feud with LA Knight. I think him and LA Knight could go back and forth for the U.S. title, and that should be LA Knight's next rivalry guy. So I think now's the time to let Grayson Waller turn heel on Austin Theory.
Yeah, but when that would be straight to me. But when that happens, they're gonna be feuding for a while. That rivalry could last up to like Royal Rumble or something. With Grayson and
Yeah.
Austin. That's not gonna be a short rivalry. So that'd be kind of hard to just put them in the match with in the rivalry with LA Knight. But I wouldn't be against it. I just don't think they could swing it like that. But anybody would do though. Anybody who can wrestle could do because LA Knight is great on the mic. So he has his
Yes, he
fumbles here
is.
and there, but overall he pretty straight on the mic. So I don't think it'd be hard for him to hype up a rivalry. So yeah, hopefully they do find him a rivalry, man, and they get that straightened out. So, all right, cool. Next thing on the agenda, bro, we had we were about to have the women's tag team championship match, which was Bianca and Jay versus Lash and Jackson. Lash Legend and Miss Jackson from NXT, who looked it great tonight.
Yeah.
All four of the women looked it great. But right before the match, we're gonna talk about this right quick. Kevin Owens came out and interrupted everybody. Supposedly, Kevin Owens had been suspended and fined for his brawl that he had with Cody Rhodes last week at Bad Blood, after Bad Blood or whatnot. So he showed up, popped up before the match, grabbed the mic, tried to talk. They cut his mic off. Then he had to grab the headset, get to talking. Cody Rhodes came out. Security had to get between them. And then Randy came out and tried to break these guys up. And Kevin Owens elbowed Randy, and Randy punched Kevin Owens in the mouth. So this was a great segment to me. I really like what they're doing with Kevin Owens. This Kevin Owens is going to cook. Mark my words, y'all. If y'all just not watching wrestling, Kevin Owens is our generation's version of Stone Cold. That's just in my opinion. He may not be, the draw that Stone Cold was, but as far as his wrestling styles and his attitude and persona, it really is just like Stone Cold in my opinion. But what do you think about this little segment they had right before the match?
Very intense. They're still trying to heat up this rivalry between Cody and Kevin. Well, now there's going to be a rival with Randy and Cody teaming up, and then they're going to be facing Kevin. And this is going to be interesting. That's probably Cody's next match. What's the next pay per view? Isn't it
Crown
Survivor
Jewel.
Series?
So it's not gonna be that. Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel. He's gonna go against Gunther. Then Survivor Series after that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So maybe Cody might not be part of that whole bloodline thing. I don't think it needs that.
Yeah.
He needs to be part of it. But I think they're trying to figure out the reason why they did that because they were trying to figure out a next opponent for Cody for his title run and Survivor Series. And maybe that's why they went with that. And let's see what else. And I wonder how long that feud might last till the Royal Rumble.
Probably Royal Rumble. I don't know. It's kind of like up in the air of who's gonna win Royal Rumble. I have no idea, but I'm just gonna say I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Owens ended up winning. If he did a heel turn, completely a heel turn, I just wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Owens ended up winning. But
I don't think it's gonna be
what's
Kevin
that?
Owens. You know who I honestly think it's gonna be, and you might disagree with me.
Who you think?
Roman Reigns. It makes
That
sense.
wouldn't
I mean,
that wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me.
yeah, because Roman's gonna get that title back. I really think he is, and he might get it back at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, he definitely eventually gonna end up getting it back. I don't
Even
know
though,
about at WrestleMania, but he definitely going to get it back for sure.
yeah, and even though that he's been out for a while, and even though Cody is still Cody is champion, he's still the face of the company, and they're gonna keep putting the title on him because I don't know if that triple threat match is gonna happen with The Rock, Cody, and Roman. I don't want to see, but it would make sense for Roman to win the Royal Rumble and have him win at WrestleMania because I don't want to see The Rock win another. I mean, I love The Rock. I mean, I don't want to see him win another WWE champion ever again.
You know what makes sense?
Yeah.
It would make
What's
sense if they did have that triple threat. Roman wins, he gets the title, have another year run, and then next year we can finally get Roman versus Rock. Just separately without Cody in the picture at that moment.
Yeah,
Because
but
we all know that eventually Roman may end up on Raw because supposedly Netflix wanted Roman as part of the deal in order to get them over there. So, like I said, that's just rumor that they really want Roman, and that means that the title would probably end up on what is it again, Raw, or Roman's not going to be in that picture anymore. He's going to be going up for the world heavyweight title. Either way it goes, um, it's going to be for a title whenever he does go against The Rock. And like I said, that more than likely they are trying to push for this triple threat match. By the way, a little bird's eye view thing. He doesn't know. The Rock is not 100% sure if he's going to be at WrestleMania. Reportedly, right now his schedule is supposed to be packed. But as far as another source that I know, I was going to say,
that news report you just said. Sorry to cut you off. That news report you just said, it was reported by the Wrestling Observer. That's Dave Meltzer. Don't believe none of that. Don't believe none of that bullshit.
Yeah. I wasn't originally believing it. I wasn't originally believing it because another report that I know of is that he's trying to clear his schedule out. Like he's more likely, like when I say clear it out, we may mess around and get The Rock from Survivor Series all the way up to WrestleMania. So yeah, let's keep an eye out for that. I think that's what it is, really. I think he's clearing it out. You know, he got like a thing here and there. As far as I know, I don't know the man's schedule, but I only know of him having the Apocalypse role right now, and that's not 100% certain. That's just reportedly that Marvel does want The Rock to be Apocalypse because of his size and how he looks, and they think they can really do something with that. But I don't know about any other. I haven't seen anything about any other reports of him having another role at the moment. But like I said, man, we're just gonna watch it, man. See what happens with it. I think they should go ahead and do The Rock, Cody, and Roman. Even though we don't want to just see that, really, it makes sense for them to go ahead and do it. So they should go ahead and do it and get that over with. And then for the next year, we can go ahead and get Roman versus Rock separately. By the way. We can't.
I wanted to say this one last thing before you move on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm honestly don't care to see it no more because I hate when they keep putting it on, putting it off. Like it's starting to get annoying now, and I personally don't really care for it that much.
That's just me. Because they haven't built it up yet. They built it up at first, and then they abandoned the idea. So I believe that's part of the reason why we might not get it this year, because they really want to build for that specific thing by themselves without anybody in it. If they do it right now, they gotta throw Cody in it because Cody's a champion, and that's pretty much the reason why everything broke up. So somebody gotta get revenge on Cody. So he's got to be in the equation right now. Next year, I guarantee it. We'll mess around and get Rock for like 6 months next year if we're gonna get Rock versus Roman, just for that they can build up to Rock versus Roman. He'll mess around and come in SummerSlam, and we get him the rest of the year up to the next WrestleMania. You feel what I'm saying? Just to make that match that big. That's what they did. That's what they did with John Cena. So with Roman, I'm pretty sure they would do the same thing. So and by the way, we can't be oblivious to the thought that just John Cena will be at this WrestleMania too. I'm not saying he's gonna win a title, but I'm saying it's gonna be more than an Austin Theory match this time. It's gonna be something important at this WrestleMania. So we just gotta keep an eye on that. I don't know who's gonna feud with, but we do know he is one championship away from being Ric Flair's record. Just keep that in mind. Huh?
I hope he beats it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I kind of do too. I wanted to be Randy, but when Randy had that injury and he wasn't able to get any more title runs at the moment, I kind of knew he probably wasn't going to beat it. Randy needs 3 more title runs to beat it. I doubt they give him 3 more. He may get 1 or 2 more before he go out, but I doubt he gets 3. So I'm pretty sure John Cena's going to do it. He's going to be around the whole year, January through December, is when he's going to be around. So, yeah.
Do you think that we're going to get... Do you think we're going to get John Cena versus Randy at this year's Mania?
Maybe not. I don't know about Mania. I don't know what feud Randy's going to be in. They're doing this whole thing with Kevin Owens and Cody right now. We never know how long that's going to last. So I'm not 100% sure. But it's possible. And I wouldn't be mad if we did get it. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to the whole thing, man. It's a situation we're gonna keep our eye on, and hopefully things develop in the way that we want it to. Now, the next thing that we got after this little whole debacle from Kevin Owens, we had the actual tag team match with Bianca, Jay, and then we had Legend and Miss Parker. I mean not Parker, Jackson. It was a pretty decent match. I I love seeing Lash and Miss Jackson on there. They did great in my opinion. I just don't think it lasted long enough. Um, I know for a fact Jackson is a okay wrestler. She just hasn't had the repetition and reps like everyone else. What's up, Wendy? How you doing? But she just haven't had the repetition and reps like everyone else, so she's not as experienced as everyone. Now, Lash is getting up there. Lash can probably hold her own. I mean, she's not gonna be the best in the ring, but she's gonna be far from the worst. Lash is doing her thing, so I knew she was gonna do her thing. But like I said, the match really didn't last long enough for me, in my opinion. But it wasn't bad for their first time on that. I think we're gonna end up seeing more of them because they kind of did get a small pop when they came out. So shout out to them, man. Oh yeah, Bianca and Jade did win. But it was a decent match. It was kind of Metaphor started up on top, and then they ended up got the hot tag from Jade, and it was pretty much over with from there. What do you think about this match, man? MTG.
It was decent. I enjoyed it. It was cool. I knew those girls weren't gonna win. This is my first time seeing Lash Legend and the other girl. Lash Legend's fine as fuck. Just to throw that out there.
Nah,
And,
for real.
hey man, you know I gotta react when I see pretty women on TV. So what you call so yeah, it was my first time seeing her. It seems like they did good. Maybe they may go to the main roster soon. I haven't seen much from them, but if they make it to the main roster, I'm pretty sure. Are they entertaining? Like are they what type of duo they are? Like coward heels? Are they a comedy duo? Like what type of duo?
They're heels. They're in a group called Metaphor in NXT. They got a guy named Norm who was the what is it again cup? What is it again? What's that cup they got? The trophy. Anyway, he was a champion in NXT for a long time, and it was because of the group Metaphor. They got a black guy from Europe. He got like pink braids or whatnot, or maybe from Africa. He has a funny accent. But still, he's pretty straight too. It's them four and those two girls right now. Those two girls, the black guy and the Norm Deer dude. Now, the Norm Deer dude is injured right now. That's why we don't see him on NXT right now. But those four, literally, for like Norm had that cut for like a year, and it was because of Metaphor. You know what I mean? Them interfering in matches, all that, doing that whole thing. They were kind of like a smaller, lesser version of Judgment Day on NXT. But they were good. They are good. They are entertaining. Like I said, Jackson doesn't have as many reps. She's not as good in the ring. She's not terrible, but she's not as good. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. That Jackson girl fine too. She's not as thick as Last Legend. Last Legend, I would take her over Jackson. But that girl fine hell too, boy. I'm telling you, you gotta watch them in NXT.
I'll
Oh,
check it out.
by the way, they did make history tonight. This is the first women's world title match or tag team match where every single member was a black female. So shout out to Smackdown for that. That was a history making moment, and I was happy to see it. And we all know it's because of Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels may be the blackest person in the whole WWE. If you black and you got a good look, they're like, we'll worry about the wrestling later. We'll get that together whenever. You know what I mean? So shout out to Shawn Michaels, shout out to NXT. This was a very entertaining interaction with them. I didn't like the match as much, but it was straight. It was straight. Like you said, they all looked good, and that's what matters. But yeah, watch some NXT, bro. I promise you, you're gonna like what you see over there. It's not bad at all.
Even Wicked was telling me to tune into NXT sometimes. I mean, maybe this Tuesday I'll tune in.
Just tune in, bro. who is it again? Randy Orton just went again. Just was on there last week. Actually, Randy and Jay Uso was on there, but Randy had a match. But yeah, it's very entertaining, bro. Very entertaining. But yeah, cool, man. Good to get your info on that. So after this match, man, we had a little interaction backstage with Cody and Randy and Nick Aldis. Cody's pissed. He just pretty much want to go out there and find KO or whatnot, and after getting a real fight. And Randy and Nick has to calm him down, tell him to get on his bus. And Randy's like, "Hey, I'll find KO and I'll handle this. I promise you." And Nick is like, "Huh? Look at this. We got Randy as a mediator. You know, the voice of reason. I thought we never see the day." And that's a good point. You never thought you'd see the day that Randy is cool head and everything. But we did. I also want to point this out. I've got to point out earlier. When Randy and KO got into it and KO punched him, Randy punched KO in the mouth. KO actually had on an American Dream Dusty Rhodes shirt. If y'all pay attention, bro, KO always got a shirt on. If it's not his own brand, it's always some type of shirt to go with the feud somehow that he got in. I remember we were going against the Usos when they first turned on Roman. He came out the next day with a We the One shirt. So KO gonna troll you, man. And that Dusty Rhodes shirt was very funny to me. But yeah, Randy said he's gonna find him and be the voice of reason. Did you ever think you see today? MTG?
Of Kevin Owens turning heel? Or
no.
Or what?
Randy Orton being the voice of reason, the mediator.
Nope. Have you noticed, bro? Anytime when Cody's feuding with somebody, they always got to bring up his dad. Like Seth Rollins did it, Roman Reigns did it. Who else? Who else did it? I think Kevin Owens just did it. And yeah, why do you always got to bring up? Oh yeah, even The Rock did it. The Rock even said when he left Bad Blood, "You're one of my heroes, but I hate your son."
Nah, for real. They got to, man. That's how big he was. Dusty Rhodes was, man.
Yeah.
Dusty Rhodes was like our generation's Stone Cold, pretty much. Like as far as popularity and who he was to everybody, that like he was that guy. Like for real. Dusty Rhodes actually was an athlete. Like I think at one point he did football, but he definitely did basketball. They got clips of that. Dusty Rhodes was balling. So he was a cultural phenomenon type of guy. Not just wrestler. The whole culture of, the popular scene loved Dusty Rhodes. So he was a big image. So they gotta bring him up because they love him. He's a lot of people's favorite wrestler for real from back then. So like you said, they gotta bring him up. It'd be funny.
Like back in the day, here in the Florida territory, all my uncles and my aunts used to go see him out in Palm Beach, and they would always go see him a lot because he used to be a big draw out here in Florida, and he's very memorable here in my area. And like a lot of people know who he is. Even the people that are not wrestling fans, they know who he is.
Yep. So, like I said, he was a cultural person.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. So the next thing we had after that, we finally had we had a promo being cut by Naomi, pretty much talking about the crown jewel and talking about Tiffany. You're gonna cash in on Liv and pretty much just run her mouth. Naomi comes out, interrupts her, and they get to talking back and forth. And they end up, Naomi ended up saying, "Hey, we can bring who's again said this? Nia actually said, we can bring a ref right here right now." So they end up bringing a ref out there and they had a match, an impromptu match. By the way, I just want to give a shout out to Naomi's outfit. Jimmy is winning any feud. I don't care. Ain't nobody, man, bro. Did you see that? You see what she had on? Dog.
Yeah, yes, I did, bro. Naomi is one of my favorite wrestlers right now, and it has been in the last few years. Before she went to TNA, bro, Jimmy Uso, you're a lucky guy. And yeah, she's always been one of my favorites, and I was shocked when she beat Nia Jax tonight.
Man, that's what I'm about to get into. I kind of wasn't shocked about it because of this around it. So before the match actually started, Liv Morgan came out with Raquel Rodriguez and Dominic Mysterio. Also, remember we still had Tiffany out there as well. So they came out and pretty much were just talking and saying they're gonna watch this match and they're gonna watch her lose because at Crown Jewel it's gonna be Liv versus Nia Jax for the Crown Jewel title. Stupid ass title, but for the Crown Jewel title. So she just came out pretty much to poke the bear. Pretty much. So that's what she did. She came out, had a few distractions here and there. Naomi picked up this victory because of the interference of Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. At one point, Tiffany Stratton attacked Naomi while the referee was turned around, but then she was going to hit her with the briefcase, but then Rodriguez stopped her. So when Rodriguez stopped her, Naomi came out and kicked Tiffany in the head. After that, she got back in the ring, and it looked like Nia was about to deliver the eradicator move she got, but Raquel Rodriguez came, distracted the ref, and Liv Morgan came and hit her with the briefcase, the Money in the Bank briefcase, twice, which got Naomi the opportunity to get her from the ropes and give her a power bomb and roll her up for the win. So that was pretty entertaining. After the match, we're gonna bump all this together. After the match, when Liv Morgan and Dominic were trying to leave, Rhea Ripley came out pretty much wrecked house. She attacked Rodriguez, took her out for a second, chased Dominic away, chased Liv in the ring, and then Nia Jax got a hold to her, but then Rhea came in, pretty much kicked Nia in the face and got a hold to Liv, but then Dominic caused a distraction for Liv to get out of there, and all three of them, with Rodriguez, Liv, and Dominic, ran from Rhea. What do you think about this whole match and this whole segment, man? MTG, I was pretty entertained by it.
So was I. I was entertained. I'm glad that they're giving other women a chance because you know how these years they've been pushing Becky, they've been pushing Bayley, Sasha, and Charlotte. I'm glad to see like the people that were there before them and people that were there after them. I'm glad like they're getting a chance to be at the spotlight. I'm actually liking this era a lot better than the Becky era.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. I always kept saying, it was no offense to Becky. I thought she was pretty entertaining, and she could wrestle or whatnot. But I never ever was a big fan of Becky, ever. Charlotte either for that fact. I thought Charlotte was great in the ring, but the way they kept pushing them in our face all the time, it made me go, I can do without this.
Yeah, the most over female wrestler of all time. Like, I feel like if you remember back in 2019 when she won the SmackDown and Raw Women's title at WrestleMania, they were trying to make her like the face of the company, like in Roman Reigns' position, and it didn't work out, bro. She's the lowest drawing. I don't know if you know this, bro. She's the lowest draw. She's the lowest draw on the history of WWE. Like back in 2019, bro, she didn't fill up the arena. She didn't fill up nothing, bro. Like there's nothing too good about her. And I don't know why they were trying to shove her down our throats so badly. And anytime when Brock Lesnar came on TV, because you know how Brock Lesnar was around at that time. Anytime when he came on TV, that's when the shows were selling out. That's when people were tuning in. Like, and that's when viewership kind of went down very badly because of her. And I feel like she's not all that good. Like,
I don't want to say because of her, because she actually, like I said, she's a good wrestler. Becky Lynch can wrestle, and her character is not bad either. People are not going to be drawn to women like that. I hate to say it. I'm so sorry. Women, it's not my personal opinion. It is an actual fact. Women wrestlers cannot be the best face of your company, and you expect to be your top. And I hate it.
I would say I hate that. Thing. Thank you. Hate to admit it too, bro. It's just that these fans don't really care about their ring skills or their promo. All they care about is their tits and their ass. That's the only thing that they really care for. And like you can put a female on TV that has shitty wrestling skills or shitty promos, and they still get beat, and they still get far more over than the people than other people. Like I can guarantee you, if they have people like Mandy Rose or Mariah May or as your women's champion on WWE TV, a lot of people are going to tune into that, not because of the way they wrestle, they how beautiful they look. Because at the end of the day, sex sells. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. And it's an unfortunate thing. And please don't get me wrong, all viewers. I promise you, this is not my personal opinion. It's just what's been presented. Like we just said, Becky Lynch is a great wrestler and she has a good character, but she could not sell. They don't pay attention to that, and I hate it. But it's just a reality of what it is in the wrestling world. They cannot be the best face of your company and you expect to sell as much as you want to hit your target audience at least. It's just unfortunately, at least right now, unfortunately, it's not going to happen. I can't say it's never going to happen, but right now, that's just not what it's going to be. So, they're trying to force it down our face. That just wasn't smart of them. Like, it gotta be natural. You know what I mean? Like, certain people have a natural draw. Naomi has a natural draw. Last Legend has a natural feel to it. You know what I mean? Like, when we had Daniel Bryanson, his stuff, it was a natural outcry for it. CM Punk, he had a natural cry for him. You gotta let it be natural. When you force people down our throat, that's why we didn't like Roman at first. But when he became the tribal chief and did everything he did, it was a natural draw to him.
Yeah, and
Don't just.
I feel like back in 2015. I feel like back in 2015 when they first broke up the show, I feel like they were trying to shove Seth Rollins down our throats as well. When he won the U.S. title and he won the WWE title at WrestleMania 31, I feel like at that time they were trying to shove him down our throats because Seth Rollins at that time was boring and bland and generic to me. These days he's a whole lot better than he was back in the day.
Yeah, he was just a corporate guy. He was a kind of like you know, I mean, you know, the what do they call themselves back then? Triple H, Stephanie, the Authority. That's who they were back then. So there's not much character you can have for yourself when you're working for like the top people in the company, if that's part of your gimmick. The only time they actually worked was for The Rock and Undertaker when they had the corporate ministry going on. But other than that, if you're the boss's guy, you're pretty much that. That's why I didn't really work with Austin Theory was Vince McMahon's guy. You know what I mean? When Drew McIntyre was the chosen one, when Kevin Owens was the golden boy, the chosen golden boy at one point, it just don't work for most people. You know what I mean? You remember it, but you're like, could deal without it.
Yep.
So yeah, but shout out to him, man. Shout out to all them, man. Like you said, like I said, I just hope it changes. But right now, the women can't just be your top person. But that's besides the point. Yeah. Yes, sir. That's besides the point. Go ahead. Go ahead. What you say?
I said this is not being sexist, people.
Yeah, I promise you it's not. That's not a personal opinion. It's just me watching wrestling and just knowing that every time they tried that, it just hasn't worked.
And I told Boss Man the same exact thing. She's the lowest draw in the history of WWE.
And that's crazy work because right now they're saying Cody is one of the lowest draws they've had in a long time. Well, viewership wise, the arenas are still selling pretty good, but the viewership has went down.
Yeah, but Cody, I rather see Cody as my top guy than Becky.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Cody. It's just that I didn't see him as that number one guy, as that top guy winning the world champion. I still don't. I mean, nothing against Cody. He's a great wrestler. He can cut a promo. He can do all these things. It's just that main event guy, it's kind of hard to see him at that. You know, nothing against him. Again, I like Cody. Cody's one of my favorites right now in WWE.
I mean, he gotta be a main event guy. You're not gonna have that type of character going for the Intercontinental title. It's just not gonna happen. Like his character, his persona, everything he is, it gotta be a world title or nothing. And it had to be the WWE title, like I said, because of everything they do with his dad. Everything he does is connected to his dad, and his dad never got that title, so he had to do it. So yeah. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. We are very entertained by these people. So, next thing we had Carmelo Hayes complained to Nick Aldis about the match, about Andrade being out there pretty much. And he pretty much said, yeah, we're going to have a game 7, a 7 match between y'all to determine who's going to go for the United States title. I kind of already stated that earlier, so we didn't really got to talk about that too much. Next thing we had Santos Escobar. We had him asking him, hey, why are they always in the title picture and I'm not? He's just like, well, I gave you a U.S. title opportunity. You lost. He was like, I'm not talking about just me. I'm talking about Miss Diaz next to me. I'm talking about my boys behind me. He was like, you know what? Y'all got an opponent this week. And when y'all see what the opponent did, if y'all beat them, y'all may get a tag title opportunity. But he never told us who it was. Huh?
It's Motor City Machine Guns. That's who it is.
Oh, you think so?
Absolutely. Like, who else do you think it could possibly be?
AOP.
Yeah, but AOP's on Raw.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes they blur the lines with that sometimes. I don't think they should be, but if it's gonna be, they're not gonna be scared of Motor City Machine Guns. He was saying that like y'all gonna regret who I got for y'all. So I'm thinking it's gotta be a big team. Oh, Viking Warriors supposed to be coming back. War Raiders, they're supposed to be coming back.
They're on Raw too. So the War Raiders.
They were, but they're injured. So
yeah.
You know what I mean? No, this is a mic, JR. I can't stand JR. JR, next time I see you, I'm super kicking you. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. What's up, Bonafide? What's up, Bonafide? Good to see you, girl. I'm super kicking JR. Boss man, you're not talking me out of it either. I'm giving him one straight to one of them 3 chins he got. Yeah, I said it. Whatever. Anyways, yeah. I don't know. I don't know who it's gonna be. I don't know who it's gonna be at all. But hopefully it's somebody who's entertaining. I would like for it to be the Most City Machine Guns, and that is a possibility since we're not getting penciled in right now. AEW extended their contracts after they found out they were going to WWE, so we're not gonna see them in WWE for like about 7-8 months at least. I think Penta's contract is extended like 9 months. So with an injury, like it was like an injury clause in there. So we're not gonna see them for a little bit. But Most City Machine Guns is possible. It's gonna be them or AOP. Or it could be Wyatt Six. I don't think it will be, but it's a possibility. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's gonna be. We're just gonna have to watch and see, man. Watch and see who it's gonna be. Next day we had what was it? Oh, it was some type of argument between who is it again? The Street Profits and DIY. It was about last week's match. So I'm pretty sure next week we're gonna get them in the match against each other. I don't get what much they can argue about it. They were in a match. They went against each other. And I mean, hey, they hurt each other. I didn't get the point of that little exchange right there. Me personally, just straight up, Street Profits beat the shit out of DIY. DIY probably put up a good fight, but reality wise, Street Profits are a way better tag team than them, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Go ahead.
I agree. No, another thing I wanted to say was that I want to see more triple threat ladder matches like that. I want to see more of that involving the Bloodline 2.0, Tamatanga, Tangaloa, and the Street Profits and DIY. I want to see a couple more, just like how they were doing with Edge and Christian and the Hardys. I want to see that a lot more often.
I do not want to see Tommy Tonga in the matches no more. No offense to him, but he
Why?
does nothing. He does. He probably knows about wrestling and knows how to wrestle. He's been doing it for so long, but he does nothing special. What is his finisher move?
Well,
Okay, then that there we go. That's all I need to
yeah,
see.
but
See,
I mean, he knows
dog
how to
tree
wrestle
racing.
if and stuff. It's just that you got to think about this, bro. The style in Japan and WWE is different.
I don't care where it is. Even in Japan, you know somebody finisher move. What is his finisher move?
That I never knew, so I can't answer that.
All right then. I don't like shout out to him. I think he works hard. He's been in it, like I said, for years and years and years. He actually been in TNA and some of these underground or some of these indie shows a little longer, if I'm mistaken, in Japan. But I just don't see nothing special about him. I watched some clips when he first debuted in WWE and went back and watched them, and it looked like he was okay. And I still think he's just okay now. It's just nothing special about him. I don't want to continue to see him in this. Like Thomas, I'm trying not to bash him. I don't want to do that. I'm just
Yeah.
not a fan of him. Tommy Tonga's back should be hurting from carrying Law. It should be hurting
Well,
from carrying this man.
just like what a lot of WWE legends all told me. You know, the WWE, they show favoritism to the Samoan people, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, like with their rich history, with the family all being there. And that's what all these WWE legends were telling me. So it's kind of no shock that they automatically got signed. They didn't go to NXT or nothing.
Yeah, it was straight for the story, and but as you see, they're not making that mistake again. They signed a brother, the Tom Tonga brother. He's actually been signed. How cool! I think this name. He's actually been signed to WWE, but he's been added to the NXT roster. So they gonna make sure that you got what it takes first before they put you out there. Now, I'm pretty sure Tonga Loa is a reason why. No offense to him, he's just not on the level as the rest of his family, and it's blatantly obvious that he's not. So but shout out to him. Shout out to the whole bloodline. They all there, and they, you know what I mean. It should be surreal to see so much of your own family there working and being the top draw of the company. It's the bloodline. It don't matter what version of it is. The bloodline is the top story. So shout out
Yes, it
to
is.
him, man. It's real. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's real special to see. This match though, we finally got to the end of the show. Oh, hold on, right for that. After the Street Profits DIY thing, we saw Kevin Owens actually beating up Randy Orton in the parking lot. This is what we've been waiting on. This is now the official heel turn. Yeah, do you see it? You remember that?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have series of matches, both Randy and Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. This is the official heel turn of Kevin Owens. Like I said, he's gonna cook. He is going to cook, and I've been waiting on it. I'm here for it. RKO is coming soon to KO, probably next week, out of nowhere or something. So I'm just ready to see it. Next thing we finally had the actual main event with Jimmy Uso. This is his first match back in 6 months since since WrestleMania. He had a match since WrestleMania.
Yep.
Coincidentally, the last match was against his brother Jay, his twin Jay, and this match is against his younger brother Solo. And this match was actually pretty good. It was decent, wasn't bad at all. Jimmy, you can tell he's still getting reps in, doing what he can to stay in shape or whatnot. Solo he had his parts where he looked at dominant. He popped up off of a face buster and gave him a flying wheel kick at one point. It was actually pretty good, man. I can't stand JR. JR said we the dog store version of Street Profits. I can't wait to see JR and Boss Man gonna take that title off of Warhawk next week. Just be ready for that, JR. Yeah. So like I said, continue with my show. I can't stand Jr. Y'all. I really can't stand Jr. But he's entertaining. But I'm gonna kick his ass one day. I'm just gonna have to go ahead and do it. 'Cause he think Diamond ain't playing with him, and we ain't fucking playing with him. But yeah, back to this match. Pretty entertaining match, man. It was kind of back and forth. There was no winner. Of course, eventually the Bloodline got involved, and they started jumping Jimmy. Next thing you know, we had Roman Reigns come out to help Jimmy, and looked like he was helping good at first, but the number games always gonna catch up with him. So they ended up getting beat down, kind of in the middle of the ring. Of course, Alario with Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga just having their way, and then Solo got that big Samoan spike in, and that was pretty much it. But you hear Jimmy picking up Roman saying, "Hey man, we need some help. We can't do it. Like we just need help." He referring to Jimmy. I mean, he's referring to Jay, and I am pretty sure they know for a fact that Sammy's still over there. They're gonna have to go get him. By the way, we gotta keep in mind we ain't got Paul Heyman back yet. He gotta come back. So when he come back, it's gonna be a big pop. What do you think about this match, man, and everything around it?
Great match. Enjoyed the main event. And as far as Paul Heyman coming back, he might come back. I'm predicting that he might come back at Survivor Series. So like, and people are gonna get. He's gonna get a loud crowd reaction, of course. And I'm pretty sure Rikishi is proud to see both of his boys wrestling against each other, and they're one of the top storylines in WWE. I'm pretty sure Rikishi is so proud right now, watching at home, seeing both of his boys go at it. So,
I'm tired of Rikishi. I read some of his stuff that he says, and he always complains about WWE and how they're doing Jay and Jimmy and Roman, and Jay. He's even complaining about how they're pushing Jacob Fatu. And I'm a fan of Rikishi. Don't let the FTW podcast are fans of Rikishi, but he does complain every single time they do anything with anyone in the members. He complains every time. It's just a little annoying. Just let them cook. You work for the company, you know it's a slow burn sometimes, man, and they haven't done nothing wrong with them. Only thing they didn't do right, in my opinion, we never did get to see Jimmy versus Roman. But other than that, they've so cooked and it's worked, man. Just let them do it. But keep going, bro. I mean, interrupt you.
You good, bro? You good? You good? So yeah, that's all I pretty much had to say about Rikishi being happy and being proud. You know. So yeah, they were saying that he was going to be involved into this whole mess, which I wish they did bring him in, but I don't think I don't think there's really nothing for him anymore for this storyline.
First off, man. We'll see what develops from, man. Like I said, it's been a pretty good storyline so far. I'm so happy that Jimmy is back. I really think he's gonna find his own way. How can I say that? Like he's still gonna be involved attached to Roman, but he's gonna be doing some. I think he's gonna start cutting more promos, which is gonna give him a solo. He already got a solo personality or personality outside of them, but we're gonna get to see it more now. I think they're gonna push for that because of how popular Jay has got, and especially with the pop Jimmy has returning, they're gonna want him to get a little more action by himself eventually. So shout out to the Usos, shout out to Roman, shout out to the whole Samoan dynasty, man. It's very entertaining, and they entertain us to the fullest, man. I'm glad to see it. So, with that being said, that was the show for tonight, everybody. We appreciate everyone for joining us. This is the Friday Night Fight or Flight Smackdown review. Mondays, of course, you know we got the Get Busy review. That's gonna be me and your boss man, and probably MCG too, for all we know. Mondays be kind of unpredictable. We usually have Bird on Friday, but yeah, anniversary tonight. Tuesday we got the Get Lit review with the girl Bonafide and the boss man and Wicked Princess. Wednesdays, I'm still not sure what they're called right now, but it is the AEW review. And Thursday we got the Lockup Lounge with your boys MTG, Wicked Princess, and Famous B. So keep in tune to us, y'all. Like I said, We got sponsors now. We are doing sponsors. Just hit up the inbox, the FTW podcast inbox. You can hit mine up on Facebook or Luther J Diamond. Hit him up and we get your information and we get details going on how you can be a sponsor and we can sponsor you. Show your whole brand, your logo, give you a little commercial. Hope you saw earlier what we did for our first sponsor. So just keep that in mind, man. MTG, what else you got to say?
This is MTG Gaming. I just want to say good night and thanks for checking. Thanks to you and Boss Man for checking me up during the hurricane. And I'll see you on every Thursday for the TNA review, Lockout Lounge with Wicked Princess and Famous B. And sometimes you'll see me on Monday and Friday. But what I'm really looking forward to was once Raw moves to Netflix and then we get John Cena on there and everything. I know it's a few months ahead, but I definitely have to be on Monday for that.
Yes, sir. Hey, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. You're welcome to be there, man. I ain't telling you know it all. So that's it for the show. We appreciate everyone. I forgot what I was saying is it? Oh, you can't see me. No, that ain't it.
No.
I hear voices in my head. That ain't it. It's something. I'm still trying to find out what our saying is gonna be. I hate JR. That is it. We hate JR. That's the saying. From now on, I want to say something else, but I gotta control myself a little bit, I guess. But hey, shout out to everyone, man. We appreciate you. Y'all have a great one, man. We out.
See you later.